Hi everyone, welcome to StunnerShare. So today we are going to see a different concept altogether. First of all, we will analyze the Nifty chart. What has happened? So Nifty, as per CPR and Camarella, it is showing the higher value CPR, but the candle opened below the CPR, but closed at the CPR. So that means the bullishness or bearishness has no idea. It has to close above the CPR for bullishness. It has to close below the CPR for bearishness. So right now we have to, or we should have waited for the close to happen, and this candle itself closed above the CPR, and slowly it took support at the bearish golden pivot zone and then started moving towards H4 and then towards H5. So a simple trade. Anyone who would have taken a trade above H4, they would have easily got H5. Please do not expect live analysis on these cases because it is all told before itself. You guys are aware of the situation before itself. So rather than someone attending or someone giving a live and then you taking a trade, you will not learn from it. Only if you do a live trade, then only you will learn from it whether it works or not. So you have to decide on that. Now, what can be expected for tomorrow? For tomorrow, CPR is a bullish golden pivot zone. So any pullback towards the CPR can be considered as a buying opportunity. That is what it actually clearly shows. And in the case of Bank Nifty actually today it was a bit of sideways, and tomorrow it is having a lower value relationship, and still a bullish golden pivot zone is also seen. So overall, I would say Bank Nifty's decision will be made how the candles open and close. If at all, if it is closing below the CPR, then it can again go towards 52,200. And unless and until there is no close below the CPR, then it can stay bullish. But overall, Nifty Bank is showing somewhat sideways to bearish side only. So let us wait and watch. So right now, what I have done is I have done the analysis based on CPR for Nifty and Bank Nifty. Now, let me go to NSE.com. Okay, so we will analyze the top 5 advances and top 5 declines is shown over here. Now, we will analyze two stocks in this and 2 stocks in this. Totally 4 stocks we will analyze in this using CPR, Camarella, price action, whatever we know, and see what would have happened and how we would have traded. Okay, I'm taking 2 stocks in advance. One is Wipro, another one is Grasum. And in decline, I will take NTPC and then SBIN. Okay, so yesterday or day before yesterday, where I was analyzing about State Bank of India, I told that it is bit of bearish only. Now it is not showing a bullish nature. If you have any doubts, kindly watch the 20 scripts analysis videos so that you will come to know. Now let me go to Wipro. So this is a Wipro chart. The candle opened or started here. For now, we are not sure whether the candle or whether the day will go bullish or not. Okay, we are not sure whether the trending nature is possible or not just by seeing the chart. So now I will activate the CPR and Camarella. Okay, CPR and Camarella is activated. So if you notice, considering CPR, the previous CPR is wide and this CPR is narrow. So as it is narrow, trending nature is highly there. If it has to trend, it has to break the previous day high and give a close. And also, as per Camarella, if any close above H4, we can see a target towards H5. So we are aware of this. So what is the previous day high? This is the previous day high. Did we get a close or not? Yes, we got a close. If you would have taken a trade at this high, okay, and keeping the low as this candle's low, you could have easily got from this high of 520 to 536. So 3% move was easily achievable with this particular strategy. Okay, what all we have analyzed? This is one strategy. Maybe make a note of it. We have checked CPR. CPR is narrow, and as per CPR, narrow CPR, trending nature is there. If there is a close above previous day high, then the trending possibility is also there. So just a random example, it has worked. Next one, I'll take Grasm. Okay, Grasm. Now, in this case, let's close the CPR first. Now, we are not sure whether it will trend or not. We are not exactly sure whether it will trend or not. Now, we will activate CPR. So, CPR is considering both the CPR. Both the CPR is showing same wide nature only. Okay, yesterday CPR and today CPR showing same wide nature. So in the case of Wipro, as it is a narrow CPR, so we have the understanding that, okay, it can trend. But in the case of this, we are not able to confidently say whether it will trend or not. Correct? So what is the possibility to trade this particular setup? The CPR is wide. So should we avoid this particular stock? Maybe. If you feel like I am a good follower of CPR, I will trade only narrow CPR stocks, then you have to avoid it. But if you are a price action trader, okay, then what you need to do, or if you are a Camarilla trader, what you need to do. Strategy number 2. First, if at all any stock has to trend, it has to give a break above the previous day low or previous day high. Okay, so right now this stock has given a close above the previous day high. Okay, now when it is closing above the previous day high, what is the volume? Volume has considerably increased considering the previous candle. So this is a good setup. So if you wanted to go for a trade, keep a trade above this high of 2690 and low as 2678 as stop loss. You would have easily got a good move. Okay, even the first move itself given 23 points. Sorry, 23, not 23 points. It has actually given 33 points. Okay, with a 12 point stop loss, it has actually given 33 points. Now, if you are using Camarilla setup, what you have to do, if it is giving a breakout above Camarilla, you can H4, you can take a trade above that. But it was consolidating for a long time, and it was facing some trend line resistance, and it was consolidating a lot. And after that, once it started touching the H3, and then it started reversing, and then again another from here till here, another 40 points move, which is already seen. Okay, so if you would have a price action trader, you could have make use of this. You would have got 33 points, 1:2 easily, 1:2, more than 2 you would have got. If you are a Camarilla trader, you would have waited for an opportunity at this point, or a broke above at an opportunity at this point for any trade. So you could have easily handled 2 trades. One, based on CPR, you are understanding whether it is narrow or wide. If it is narrow, you are thinking of a trade. If the CPR is wide, no matter what you have to do or not, but basically the understanding is that if a previous day high is getting broken, then the possibility of momentum is bit there. So the stock might go, and even 12 point stop loss, okay, I might expect some good movement. So you are expecting some good movement. And if you are following Camarilla, then any close above the Camarilla H4, then that is also a good trending nature can come. So you are following either of the methods. So 2 strategies for intraday has been told. Now let us go for the next. So in the case of NTPC, if you see, we forget about whatever the trend and all those. The CPR is the same, not wide, not narrow, so we are not sure. But the first candle, the high is 382 and the low is 371, which is almost like 11 points. So which is more than 3%. When the first 5 minutes candle itself has moved more than 3%, so we cannot expect much more movement. There can be one question that, what if the stock moves 10%? And there can be a lot of scenarios where a stock has actually moved 5%, 10%, 12%, 20%. So in this case, if you are saying if this stock has moved more than 3%, and if you want me to avoid, then is that the right way to do it? See, my process, or my thought process is very simple. First, we check Wipro. For Wipro, I want a close above the previous day high, and totally this point candle's movement is 1%. So I am happy to take a trade, and also it gave a pullback. That is also really a good pullback, and we can consider a trade at this point. So I'm happy. Now let us go for the next example, which you have taken for Grasum. Grasum also, the candle has closed above this, which is only 12 points. So I'm happy, I can take. But in the case of NTPC, the previous day low is here. Where is it? The previous day low is here. Okay. Now the low is 371. If at all I wanted to have a trade, it has to, either have to keep the SL at this 377 or I have to keep a SL at this. If you are ready to keep a SL like this and go for a trade, then it's up to you. I am not interested in such a trade. Okay, if you are interested in going a trade where you are happy to go for 3% stop loss, then you can go. So two setups I have revealed. One setup, this setup is not preferred to go. And the next stock which we are going to see is going to be SBIN. Already we were in a analysis that it is staying bearish, it is not showing bullish nature. So that is what our analysis. So here previous day low is here and the CPR is wide. So expectation is that it cannot trend properly. So that is what the expectation. Now if at all, if it has closed below the CPR, closed below the previous day high, low, and it has closed below the L3. Okay, the expectation is that if it closes below L4, then it can go to L5. As this candle movement is 3 rupees only, or 3 or 4 rupees only, if you have taken a low at this point, you could have waited for the entire day and you could not have actually got good profit at all. You would have closed the trade by now. So very simple to set up. One, in both the setup, no matter whether the CPR is narrow or wide or whatever, if there is a close above the previous day high or low, then we are thinking of a trade with a minimal SL and checking for more possible entry or more possible reward. Two cases we have got a good reward. One case, no entry at all. We should not have taken trade at all at NTPC. And the third case, it's like State Bank of India. That is a no trade, no loss zone. Or basically, say for example, your entry is below this point and it actually triggered at 320. Will you be taking a trade at 320? That actually matters. So two neat setup, no matter whether the CPR is narrow or wide, we are taking a setup with least risk and high reward. So that is how you have to take a trade. So there will be few questions, right? Okay, how we will know whether the stock has closed above or closed below? Now you have done the analysis. Once the market is over, how we will know whether the stock can be traded or not? So for that, Inside Camarella helps. So I've shared the Inside Camarella screener for everyone. You can make use of it. Maybe I will go through few of the stocks here. So Apollo Hospitals. Okay, so here we will close the CPR for now. We are concentrating only on Inside Camarella. So close CPR. So if there is a close below the previous day low or close above the previous day high, we can expect a trending nature. And this candle gave a close below the previous day low as well as below L4. But what is the candle's movement? The candle's movement is around 42 points. So which is around 0.75%. If you are expecting that another 1% fall can be done, then you can easily go for this trade and you have got only 16 points. Okay, and this particular day completely ended sideways. Okay, so what is the takeaway from this stock here is, though it's an Inside Camarella stock, it does not mean it can trend always. So that is one thing you have to make sure of it. So there can be sometimes where it can remain sideways also. We will check some other stock also. Techem was one stock which was in advanced list also. So here if you see, this is a previous day high and this is a previous day low. And I have told this analysis even in the last week. See, any stock which is going to give a breakout or breakdown does not mean only those will trend. This particular Techem stock took a support at the previous day low, and from this low of 1424, it has made a high of 1478, which is nearly 54 points movement has been done. So 4% movement is clearly done. So if anyone would have taken a risk of 12 points here, which is 0.8% or 0.85%, you would have easily got 4%. So you have to wait for an opportunity like this, and then only you have to take a trade. So you have to decide whether you want to take inside camera related stocks, or you wanted to take a normal stock and see for a breakout. It's up to you. But what I would say is, like, rather than going for a whole list of stocks like Nifty 50 or Nifty 100 future stocks, if in Nifty 50, if you're just choosing the inside camera stocks, it would have resulted good for you. Let us quickly check the other stocks as well. This is BPCL. Okay, let's mark the previous day high and previous day low. This is the previous day high and previous day low. Both did not get broken. And if you would have taken a trade at this rejection, okay, and this is a good close above the previous day high, but there is no movement after that. So here no one would have initiated any trade. So no trades at all in BPCL. Next is Cipla. Okay, in Cipla, this is the previous day high and this is the previous day low. First point is that it has taken a support at the previous day low and then actually went up, and it was not able to, it has actually closed above the previous day high but not able to move further above the previous day high, and finally came down back to previous day low. So how you would have traded this, that actually need a lot of expertise. If you would have taken a trade above 1487 to 1475, you would have got 1493, which is nearly like 6 points over here, and you should have exited below this candle itself, because this breakout candle, they are not able to move further upside. So it is better to exit the trade below this candle itself. And if you are a good trader, or if you are religiously following Camarella or the CPR or the concepts of pivots, then you could have initiated a trade at this low and you would have got some good movement here as well. So how you are going to take a trade, accordingly you need to figure it out. The next one is on LTIM. Okay, so here the previous day high is here and the previous day low is here. Okay, and the market, okay, previous day high is over here. Okay, it clearly gave a breakout above the previous day high as well as the H4, and from there it actually moved towards the H5. So from here 54.60.70 to 54.96, nearly 30 points move you would have seen in Mindtree. And the last stock, we have seen Techum also. We are going to see Ultratech Cement. And if you also notice one more thing, in the advances which we have seen, 5 stocks, in that 2 stocks came from inside camera only, Techum and Ultratech. Clearly, if you see over here, previous day high and previous day low. Previous day high is here, previous day low is over here. And then the stock rejected at the previous day high, slowly consolidated near the previous day high, finally gave a breakout. So from 11,860 to 12,031, nearly 140 points move has been seen in this particular stock. So this is how you need to do the analysis and take a trade. So 3 strategies I've given. No matter CPR is narrow or CPR is wide, a proper setup, very less risk, high reward we have given. Or focus only on the inside camera stocks and take trade accordingly. So this is what the analysis I've done for you. I'm shared. If at all, if you feel the content is good, kindly give a like, share and subscribe. If you feel the knowledge needs to be shared to others, kindly give a share to them, and also share your feedback in the comment section. Thanks a lot. Stay tuned for more videos.